do that first. Okay, we're recording. Yes. Mic's on. Yes. Okay. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm SnippyJoker, and on today's episode we go over some of the top stratagems to use while playing Helldivers. Now, some of these stratagems are personal preference, my opinion. I've used all of the stratagems and I have my own favorites, but these are some of the top ones I've seen while playing with others. Now, usually I play around level 7 when it comes to each enemy, and some days are good, some days are bad, some days are hell on earth. But these are some of the top stratagems that they're advising to use while playing Helldivers. So tell me your thoughts when this list is over. Tell me what you think, or what is your favorite stratagem to use while playing any enemy, doesn't matter who, and let's work together to create our own list. And you know what? If you guys give me a list, I'm going to try it and make a video out of it and see how well it does. Let's begin. Number 5 is the orbital laser. Now, I've used the orbital laser. It is fantastic, is the best way to put it. It guides itself to the nearest enemy. It will destroy heavy, medium. It doesn't care. It is a laser of death. But what is the downside? It has a long cooldown. It only comes with 3 unless they change that. And if not placed correctly, it will either sit where it stands and not go anywhere, or it will chase an enemy that is right next to your ally. I wonder what happens. But overall, it is a fantastic orbital laser that can take out crowds of bugs, automatons, or even Illuminati in an emergency situation. Now, number 4 on this list is the autocannon. Now, the autocannon to me is fantastic, but the problem with the autocannon is you have to carry a backpack. Now, it's an excellent balance of firepower and control, and can be devastating to medium to heavy armored enemies, and can close bug holes or sometimes close automaton bases. But again, you have to carry a backpack. It takes longer to reload if you're doing it yourself, and can sometimes be a little bit hard to control and be precise in where you aim at longer distances. Yes, your teammate can wear the backpack, but then your teammate doesn't have their own backpack, which maybe they want to use. And at some point, they might not even be near you when you need a reload. So relying on them may not be the best option. Number 3 is your shield generator relay. I always say this wrong. Now, as a team shield, it is great against certain enemies, like the automaton, because they fire at a distance, like Illuminati, because they do have some distance shooters, sometimes even the bugs when you have Bile Titans. But each enemy is going to be more favorable over this than others. Personally, you can either use this or you can use the personal shield and put it on your back. If you don't want to carry it out of the back, you can use this instead. I mean, again, the only downside to it is anything that passes through it is not going to be affected. Once they're in your bubble, they're attacking you. But it is a good shield if you want to protect your teammates, especially if you're doing something defensive against the automaton or Illuminati. Now, number 2 is the Eagle 500 kilogram bomb. I've seen this used a ton of times. I've used it. I love Eagle strikes in general because they can sometimes be more precise, more destructive. They have a number amount of uses before they reload. You don't have to worry about a cooldown. Like, I love the Eagle Airstrike. You get to use 3 of those before it goes on a cooldown, and they're quick to call in. The problem is once it goes on cooldown, it's like, what do I do next? If your Orbital's on cooldown, your Eagle's on cooldown, you know, it's not like you can spam it, right? You have to wait. Or the other issue is, which I've run into, is if you have 2 Eagles, you have to wait for both of them to be depleted before it gets reloaded, or you have to manually call in a reload of your Eagles in order to get that back. So there are some downsides, but of the Orbital and Eagles, I love the Eagles more because you get more before it goes on a reload run and goes down on its bigger cooldown. No, you can't spam it, I know, because I wish you could sometimes. There's like a 1 to 2 second before you can call it in again, but I prefer the Eagles over the Orbital strikes more often, especially the 500 kilogram that can take down big bugs quicker. Now, some honorable mentions before we go to number 1 is the Mortar Sentry. I love the Mortar Sentry. It's great. It can fire at a distance. The downside is if there is one bug near you or near your teammate, then you might want to get out of that bug's way, because the mortar doesn't care who it fires at as long as the enemy's going down. The Eagle Cluster Bomb, which is great for smaller bugs. It is explosive. I wish it did better against heavier bugs, but it doesn't, or even take out bases. But the spread of it is great. But again, friendly fire is at a higher risk because of the wide spread of it. The Jump Pack, I love the Jump Pack. I've used it on multiple times if I'm not using the shield, because if you're in a jiffy, you can jump out of the way of the enemies and get farther away and make sure you're not in dangerous ways. And then the resupply. The resupply is great because if you're, and again, this happened on a match the other day, if you're low on ammo, or if your teammate's low on ammo, instead of calling down a resupply, you can use the backpack to resupply them and get them ammo and what they need to keep the fight going, instead of wasting the resupply and putting it in a specific position. So those are some of the honorable mentions. But the number 1 stratagem, and this is a personal favorite of mine and went through so many changes, it's crazy, is the railgun. The railgun has gone through a lot of patches, a lot of changes. It's gone through buffs, debuffs, starting out on safe mode, starting on unsafe mode. It is a fantastic weapon to use. I've taken out every kind of bug with it, every type of automaton. If charged correctly and at the precise moment, it can take down anything in its way. And it sometimes can have, well, it's not infinite ammo. I mean, you have 20 clips, but so how do I put this? Even when like I run out of my primary and my secondary, I can use the railgun kind of like a shotgun. It's like your own personal railgun. It's fantastic. Problem: you need to have practice with it, because if you hold the charge down too long, as you can see in the video, you go boom boom, you go bye bye. But as a stratagem, like the machine gun, the rockets, the grenades launchers, like this is powerful. It's easy to reload and quicker to reload, and can take down almost every type of enemy within a certain amount of shots. Like I've taken down chargers, bile titans, the bigger automatons. I forget the tank or the heavier defensive automatons. It is a all-around favorite of mine. So that is the list of stratagems, top 5 stratagems to use. Now, I'm not saying you have to use all 5 or all of them on one loadout. If you choose one or a couple of them along with some of your favorites, you know, it'll work well. But tell me your stratagems. Tell me your favorite stratagems. Put it in the chat. Sub to the channel for more Helldiver content. Like the video. And again, if you guys tell me what you like to use, I want to try it out. I'm going to try it out, put it in a video, and see how well it does. Just like I did when another fellow YouTuber told me the worst loadout, which by the way is on my channel, and made me cry a little bit. You know, I will definitely try this out and give you my feedback. So that's my video. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you following. Appreciate all the love and support. And next time on Snippy the Helldiver, Joker for democracy.